Hello, this is Smitty, and this is a backlit Game Boy Advance with obviously a custom shell, and this is a Game Boy Advance multicart. And in my opinion, this may be the best way you can play your Game Boy Advance games. Let me explain. So the one thing I will point out is that I did get very lucky with this game, which I believe I showed how I picked this up. I drove about an hour away to Mankato, Minnesota, to pick this up, and this was $80 with 5 different games. The games were a couple of them were repos, but a couple of them were authentic, so I was able to make a chunk of my money back while getting this cool device. Oddly enough, I did build another device about a week later that's backlit, so I do have two backlit Game Boy Advances. Now, this is one of the best ways to play a Game Boy Advance to me because I do love the original model, and the buttons just the button layout for my big hands fit perfectly for me. It's really easy for me to play, and I do love the backlit capabilities of this particular device. So this is why it's one of my favorites. The other one's a little bit more yellow, and that works in certain scenarios. But this is the one that travels with me the most. One, because it's not Zelda, so the Zelda one kind of stays in the collection more often. And two, I just like the look of this because I have a lot of blues and grays in my travels stuff, which you've probably seen if you looked at my travel videos, my backpack, my everyday tech bags and stuff like that. But without rambling on, one of the better things about these devices is that I'm able to carry a lot of games at me at one time. I could have just did a multi-cart for this. The multi-cart was a lot more expensive than this, or not multi-cart. The flash carts are a lot more expensive than this. So I decided to go with a multi-cart that will most likely have the games that I want, which it does. 369 games in one. This device costed $10 shipped from China from AliExpress. So really good deal. Overall, I am in $90 on this device. $80 for the lot that I bought. Actually, if you take out the games that I sold, I'm about 60 $60 in on this. And again, for a Game Boy Advance that is backlit and no imperfections whatsoever in this thing, it's a beautiful thing. And oddly enough, again, I do a lot of blues. The colors are, really close to each other. The blue on the buttons inside are actually really close. It's really a device that I'm really happy with for $60 to travel and have this with me. And it's something I would suggest to people that, a flash cart will be a little bit more refined for people that want specific amount of games, or specific games on there. Like I do have a lot of nickel fritz on here that I probably would never play, but I also have a bunch of games that I wouldn't have probably thought of initially to put on here that is actually on here. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Rocket Man or what you call Mega Man. So it's not always a game I think about putting on a device, but some of my friends are fans of it. So it's really cool. Oh, there. Start with that. But yeah, game works. It's actually in English, even though it was in Japanese earlier. But it's really cool to be able to have these games portably and being able to play one of the better consoles, one of the overrated consoles that we currently have. So let me know what you guys think. I've been bolstering up my traveling traveling cases and traveling things, because I do a lot more traveling now, not only just for business but for pleasure, spending more time with family and stuff like that. So this is something that I'm really glad that I'm able to do. So comment below for 90 bucks total. What do you think about this deal? Would you do this? Do you think this is a good combination? I do also like that the colors, again, kind of go with what I do with my traveling stuff with the blue, and I'm actually going to switch these out. As you can tell, my battery was dying too, so I'm going to switch them out with more silver blue batteries to match it fully, so it goes really well together. But until next time, this is Smitty. Make sure you guys continue to get your game on. Peace.